Have you ever seen an Instagram profile like this? No profile picture, no posts, no bio, nothing. At first, it looks like an abandoned account. Maybe someone created it years ago and forgot about it. But here's the interesting part. Many profiles like this aren't abandoned at all. The person behind them could be scrolling Instagram every day, watching reels, checking stories, following creators, keeping up with trends. Yet they leave almost no trace of themselves behind. And that raises a fascinating question. Why would someone join a platform designed around self-expression and then choose not to express themselves at all? Now, before we continue, let's make one thing clear. I'm not talking about people who use anime profile pictures, car pictures, motivational quotes, AI-generated faces, or faceless creator accounts. Those people have still created an identity. They're still telling the world something about themselves. This profile is different. The default picture, no content, no information, no attempt to stand out. So what does that say about the person behind it? Let's find out. Sign number one, they don't feel a strong need to introduce themselves. Most people want their profile to represent them. That's why they spend time choosing photos, writing bios, and posting content. But people with profiles like this often don't feel that same urge. They don't see their Instagram account as an extension of their personality. To them, it's just an account, nothing more. And because of that, they don't invest much energy into building it. Sign number two, they use Instagram for consumption, not self-expression. Instagram was originally built around sharing, but today, many people use it mainly to consume content. They watch reels, follow pages, learn new things, stay entertained. For these users, posting isn't the goal. Consuming content is. And when that's the case, creating a polished profile becomes unnecessary. Sign number three, they often value privacy. Every post reveals information. Every photo tells a story. Every bio gives people clues about who you are. Some people enjoy sharing those details. Others don't. They prefer keeping parts of their life to themselves, not because they're secretive, but because they don't see a reason to make their personal life public. Sign number four, they're less interested in online status. For many people, social media becomes a scoreboard. Followers, likes, views, comments, numbers become a measure of success. But people with profiles like this often seem disconnected from that game. They're not trying to build an audience. They're not trying to look impressive. And because they don't chase those metrics, their profile stays empty. Sign number five, they think differently about attention. Attention is one of the most valuable currencies on the internet. Entire industries exist just to capture it. But some people simply don't care about being noticed online. They're comfortable staying in the background. They don't need strangers watching their lives. And that mindset becomes visible through profiles like this. Sign number six, they separate their real identity from their digital identity. Many people merge the two together. Their Instagram becomes part of who they are. But others draw a line. Their real identity exists offline. Their relationships exist offline. Their achievements exist offline. Instagram is just a tool they happen to use. Nothing more. Sign number seven, they don't feel pressure to perform. Social media often creates an invisible pressure, a pressure to look successful, interesting, productive, happy. People compare themselves to others without even realizing it. But profiles like this suggest something different. The person behind them may have stepped away from that pressure entirely. They're not trying to impress strangers. They're not trying to create a perfect image. They're simply using the platform without turning themselves into content. Now, does every person with a profile like this fit these signs? Of course not. Some accounts are brand new. Some are backup accounts. Some belong to people who rarely use Instagram. But that's not really the point. The point is that profiles like this challenge an assumption many people make. The assumption that everyone wants to be seen, because not everyone does. Some people are perfectly comfortable staying in the background. They watch instead of post, observe instead of perform, consume instead of share. And in a world where everyone is constantly trying to be noticed, that mindset is becoming increasingly rare. So the next time you come across an Instagram profile with no picture, no posts, and no bio, don't assume there's nothing behind it. Because sometimes the most silent profiles belong to people who simply don't feel the need to announce themselves to the world.